Today we have a rather peculiar problem we have to solve. We are given that 4 to the power of x plus 1 plus 4 to the power of 3 minus x is 257. And what we need to find is what x is. The first thing we need to do is break these two 4s into different parts using simple algebraic exponential formulas. This side is going to be 4 to the power of x times 4 plus 4 to the power of 3 divided by 4 to the power of x, which is still equal to 257. Now, to make things a lot easier and simpler, let's let a be 4 to the power of x. Now we can plug a in. 4 times a is just 4a, so 4a plus 4 to the third power, that's just 64, so 64 over a is still equal to 257. Now, we see a problem here. There's an a here, and we need to get rid of that. So the easiest way to do that is multiply both sides by a. So a times 4a plus 64 over a is equal to 257 times a. That's just 257a. This down here, it's just going to be 4a squared plus 64, since those a's cancel out, which is equal to 257a. Now, we can get a quadratic equation from this by subtracting 257a from both sides. Like so, 4a squared minus 257a minus 64, no, plus 64 is equal to 0. Now, we use the cross multiplication method to put this into something times something times something times something is 0. Then we can just solve for a. And we find out that the four numbers that work as multiplication, negative 64 and negative 1 for the 64, and for the 4a, negative 64 times 4 and 4 times 1. So now the new equation is going to be a minus 64 times 4a minus 1 is equal to 0. Now we have our new equation, so it's going to be a lot simpler to solve for a and then eventually for x. So from this equation right here, we get that a is equal to 64 and a is equal to 1/4. 1/4, 64, I'll just do the 1/4. 64 is just 4 to the third power, so it's 4 to the third power. So, and a is also 1/4, so 1/4 is also equal to 4 to the negative 1 power. Now, we know that earlier we let a to be 4 to the power of x. Now we found the values for a. Since we already have the 4, the powers are our answer. So x is equal to 3 and x is equal to negative 1. So when you plug x equals 3 and x equals 1 to the first equation, you should get 257 as your answer, which is why these two answers are correct.